the Online Safety Act, the Children's Wellbeing in Schools Bill, the social media ban are never going to work. They didn't work in Australia, and Lord Nash, who happens to look like a pedophile, has absolutely no clue what these bills actually do, and they will hand control of children's access to the internet into the hands of pedophiles. Because where do you think younger children are going to go, or even teenagers, when they can't get access to the internet? They're going to immediately be drawn in by people making promises of access to social media and access to images online and access to all these things. So your so-called Online Safety Act, Children Wellbeing in Schools Bill, and social media ban does nothing more than place children at risk by putting them in the hands of pedophiles. The face of denial once again. Lord Nash, you're a boob. I happen to be an abuse survivor, and I can tell you that you're full of shit and you don't know what you're talking about. So maybe you should sit the fuck down, keep your gob shut, and stop trying to implement something that's going to do more harm to children and cap their exploration of the world than it is going to solve. The whole point of growing up is to learn by being able to read information, access information online, and learn how to stay safe. And 90% of children, guided by their parents, or even through common sense, even pushed by the state, they can work out when something's bad or good. And most children are going to avoid it. So I don't know what it was you thought you were going to achieve with these bills that will never work, but I promise it's not going to result in the way you think it is. So I don't think adults really appreciate having to give over their ID for these things either. And you're going to find out that nobody will cooperate here. Nobody. We'll get VPNs, most of us already have, and we won't be giving our digital ID to our mobile phone providers because we don't want to be registered on your system. It's got nothing to do with verifying age. It's got everything to do with you trying to control us and finding any way possible to control us. You already tried to do a similar thing through the DWP when you took on the ability for the DWP to reach into people's bank accounts. You know what I mean? And you want to do it for council tax. That's why, because you know nobody pays council tax and nobody's going to carry on paying council tax. You know what I mean? So you really need to sort of quit your job, both of you, Lord Nash and Andy Burnham. Call a general election and let the real adults come into power and sort this mess out. Because you're not adults, you're bitches.